Hi guys, are we live? Who was doing my internet self? Are we live? It's 5 p.m. now. Hi guys, if you can hear me, let me know. Okay, one person has said she can hear me. Oh, two people. Hi, yay! Everybody's here. I was wondering, Hi guys, how you doing? Happy Mother's Day. Hi. Okay, let me read the chat from here. Love the hair. Thank you. My internet is a bit slow on this my phone, so I'm going to be looking at my laptop instead because the chat is faster there. But I'm now going to be looking down here. Okay, hi Oluwafemi. Okay, wait, Oluwanifemi Adebayo. Hi, Gems by Dr. Gems. Crown Steven. Hi, Mommy P World, Nini, Abi Asham, Ajayi Adebola, Mommy P World. Hi, hi, happy Mother's Day. You guys, I just wanted us to chat today. Hi. Hi, Asmao. Hi, Thelma. No volume. Yay. Are you sure there's no volume? Hi, Chika. Hi, everyone. You guys, I just want us to chat today. Just any type of chats, any fun chats, any interesting gist. Let's just chat today. Okay, yes. Let's just chat today because today is Mother's Day and I don't want us to just let today pass without having fun. Matilda, sorry, oh, the chat keeps going up, so sometimes I skip some chats. Hi, Matilda. Hi, Etimac. Hi, Nelly's Corner. Yes, so family meeting, oh. Hi, Uma. Hi, Divine. Yes, family meeting. Today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to everyone. I'm so happy for all of us that are mothers. And I'm also praying for those who desire to be mothers to get their testimonies ASAP, as soon as possible. Hi, Naomi. Yes, motherhood. Motherhood not easy. In fact, actually, I was saying that we could talk more about what it means to be a mother and share fun motherhood stories. By fun, it doesn't mean that it's particularly a nice experience, but something that when you look back on is just funny now. Maybe when it was happening, it was not funny, but when you look back at it now, it's funny. Hi, Princess Rumi or Rume. Um, Tony, Annie. Hi. Yeah. So, do you guys have any motherhood stories that? Oh, let me even share. I said I was going to even share this chat so that people can call in. Are you guys interested in calling in? Let me just share it because I'm not. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk alone throughout today. Hey, what's happening? Okay, let me see. Let me write. Please join us live here. I hope this link is clickable. You should please join us if you are on If you are abroad, tell us about tell us about motherhood. Not just motherhood anyway, just let's celebrate each other. Mothers, so not mothers, so women. That's why I called it sister to sister chat. So that we can just talk about what is going on around us. How is everybody coping with all the rishi that's happening? All the rishi happening everywhere. How is everybody coping? Because some of us were just like, we're shining teeth, though, but it's not funny. But we're shining teeth. Cooking on a budget. Hi. Mma Chike says, motherhood is such an interesting journey. No manual, you just find yourselves. Yeah, what we that are not mothers uncle. Yeah, that's why I just said it's not just mothers. I mean, today's Mothers Day, that's why I was talking about it, but it's not just mothers, anybody, any interesting gist, anything that's affecting us, any relationship, finance, womanhood, whatever it is, let's talk about it. I feel like my energy is low. Please, I have Sprite here. Oh. Let me use it and ginger myself first. Hey, let me use this Sprite and ginger myself first. Um, I was actually busy before. Minnie says, okay, my one fear of motherhood is not having my personal space and time anymore. How is that for you? The truth is, it gets better. As the younger the child is, the harder it is for you to have your personal space. But it gets better. My daughter just came in like 5 minutes ago to ask me if she can go and watch her tab because I'm now on a strict tab and television usage rule. So she came to ask me if she can use her tab. I told her okay, she can go and use it, and she just left. No clinginess. Now, if Sophia wakes up, it might be a different ball game. But for me, it's a bit easier because I have help. So people that can hold her while I want to, when I want to have my personal space, it's a bit easier. But if it's not, if you don't have help like that, I can imagine how it can be difficult. But again, whether you have help or not, just know that they are not going to be clingy forever. At some point, now you go to look for their face. Now you go to find them. Watching from Zambia. Wow, you should visit Zambia. You will like it. Oh, I don't mind though. Please, anywhere. Let's just be going. Let us be going. That's my new energy now. Anywhere, let's be going. It's not talked about enough. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, as a mom, anyway, one thing I always advise mothers is try and have a personal space. Like try and have a space in your house that is your corner. Like it's not a shared space, it's your space. For me, I was lucky enough to get a whole room to myself. But in our previous house, when we did not have enough rooms, I just had there's this like the entryway, what do you call it now? Where you enter before you enter the parlor, whatever they call that place. I just, fixed it up and put my table there, chair there, my laptop there. So that was my space. So just create a space for yourself because if you're not, you just your brain will be scattered. Well, for me, some people can cope without having their own personal space. For me, I could never cope. Even when I was in school, even when I was growing up, I always had a personal space. So once I just got married, I had to find a space. So any house we're going to move into, any house we stay in, I'll always have my space. Okay, more people are joining. Hi. Hey, I've missed some chat too. Asmal said, even if you're not a mother, the motherly instincts resides in so many females. Yeah, some people are not mothers in the sense that they don't have children, but they are very motherly. So they are motherly to their boyfriends. That's the funny part. Yeah. They are motherly to their friends, their sisters, their loved ones. Some people are motherly. So yeah, that instinct is there in many females. Hi, Nneka. Hi. Nneka Pounds and Dollars. Thank you for joining our live stream today. I feel honored. I feel special. I feel honored to have her on our live stream. Okay. You guys should say hi to her, please. Um, okay, MC says, okay, Mother says, watching from Zimbabwe. Wow. Do you know, I realized recently that I have so many people from African countries watching me. Like, it's fun, it's interesting. I feel like it brings us closer together. Some places that used to sound foreign to me before, now they sound normal. It's strange. Watching from California, please come visit. My dear, if they give me visa like this, the way I'll fly. the way I'll fly that America, I want to enter it one day. Just so that I'll say, I've gone to America. I want to enter America one day. Frida Akonbi says, hi Adese, you look gorgeous. Thank you. Obvious World says, hey everyone, you look good. Thank you. Uma says, I have an honest question, okay? How are moms coping in Nigeria? Finances, emotional stability, doing the whole motherhood thing, and the right frame of mind while the whole with the whole chaos in Nigeria. If I can answer for myself, if anybody wants to, join and answer, the link is in the chat. But let me answer for myself first of all. It's not been easy. Oh. It's not been easy. Um, finances, finances. For me, finances is not really a problem now because I mean I'm working basically. I have YouTube. My husband is working, and my children are still small. So how much can they really need at this time? It's not really a problem. But you see this emotional stability. Hmm. You see this emotional stability. Thank God we don't look like what we've been through, or thank God we don't look like how we are sometimes behind the scenes. All these things people are saying, but you look pretty, you look pretty. You don't want to see me sometimes. Sometimes I used to look and behave, not just look. Look is even a different case. I used to behave like someone that has something ticking in her head. So it's something that I'm conscious of now. When I catch myself shouting anyhow or getting emotional anyhow, I'm just like, okay, is it your period? Is it something you're angry at and you're pouring it on everybody? I just try to, you know, put a finger on what is worrying me and then deal with it. Then the whole motherhood thing, okay, yeah, with the whole chaos in Nigeria. The chaos in Nigeria, the truth is that it sounds worse online than it is in real life, right? If you're not in those hot zones, like in Lagos, some parts of Port Harcourt, some parts of the north, some parts of the east, like Abia and some other places. If you're not in the hot zone, it doesn't feel like it's that bad happen. What is happening in the country doesn't feel that bad. But when you go on Twitter and you go on Instagram sometimes and you see some things, you're like, is it the same Nigeria? But in real, like once you leave your house, normally it's not that bad. But even at that, Nigeria is just everything is a mess right now. Getting cash. I've been lucky, Shao. Things have been working for me smoothly. I've just been blessed with people that could give me cash and all of that. But still, it's crazy. Miriam says, Happy Mother's Day. Thank you. Fumi, hi Fumi. Fumi is such a fun travel buddy. I wish we can travel somewhere else and like I wish we can all like form a group and travel like girls trip. Fumi is a fun travel buddy. Hi Fumi. How are the kids? How's everybody? Agoy is saying good evening everyone. Hi hi. Ihoma says I'm 25 and unmarried. And all of a sudden, I desperately want to have a child. Who go dash me husband by? If dem dash you, you go collect. Husband wey dem dash person, just know say that husband na useless husband. For them to dash the husband out must be a useless husband. But if you really want to have a child, just put yourself out there. Okay, put yourself out there in position to be found, and you will find someone and pray about it anyway. Just tell God that husband you've been keeping for me, that is in my future, bring him to the present now. Let him locate me. Happy Mother's Day for me. Hi, Catherine. Um, Obvious was says Happy Mother's Day to every mother and mothers to be. I don't like me. I'm just looking to the side, but I don't have choice at this point. Um, okay, I think being a mother is one thing, but being a mom who is actively involved in their child's life, that's another thing. I'm not a mom yet, just thoughts that I have. Yeah, so see, you can actually be actively okay, you can be involved in your child's life but not be involved. So for instance, you can be taking care of your child or your children, get them clean, give them food to eat, make sure their uniforms are okay, make sure they go to school on time, make sure they do assignment and everything. You can actually be that kind of mother, and at the same time you don't really know what's going on. Because sometimes that's why I say if you can get help, anyhow, anywhere you can get help, please get help. Because for me, I always ask myself, what is more important? Is it sitting down and gisting and laughing with my kids, or making sure that their clothes are ironed, making sure that their clothes are washed? What is more important to me? So because of that, I have help to do the what I consider less important for me, right? So always try to strike a balance. Some people have very neat children, well fed, on point, everything, but emotionally you are disconnected from that child. So just try and strike a balance. It's not easy. Oh, again, I have to wait adding that caveat or whatever. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially if you don't have good support system. It's not easy. um God, let finances not be a problem in my life. Amen. Oh, amen. Because there's some natural default things that are going to be issues, whether you like it or not. So finances should not even be one of them. Obvious word. Hi, Bumsy. Okay, if she's saying hi, Bumsy. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to you, Bumsy Spots. Okay. You should plan a girls trip. Many people would come. I don't know about open girls trip. Oh. I don't know about an open one, like just to anybody, but we definitely have girls trip planned. We don't know. We don't just know when and where and with whom we'll be going on the trip. Yabas, is this Yabas Kitchen? Are you from Ghana? Oh, she said, oh, she even said she's from Ghana. Hi, Adeze. I'm from Ghana and I so much love you. Love you too. Thank you. Shioma Vlog says Happy Mother's Day to Adeze Love from Qatar. Wow, how is Qatar? Nice. And some places that when I hear, I'm like, it's true. Oh, people actually live there and actually like are normal there. This world is big. Oh. That's one thing that traveling has taught me, Sha. You think your way of life is the way of life. Like the way you live is the way everybody lives. When you travel, you just realize that your own way of life, all those things you even consider important, they're very insignificant to many people's, daily living. Very interesting. Okay. Can being a mother be compared to being the first child and a female with lots of younger siblings? Yes and no. This question is from Crown Steven. Yes and no. Being a mother can be compared to being a first child in the sense that as a first child, you learn early enough to take responsibilities, take responsibility of other people, basically your siblings, right? Not in all families, not in all cases, because well, in my own case, my other brother was like the first child was a boy, so it was me that was doing most of the taking care of. So it's not in all cases, but yeah, generally, especially, I need to drink water. Why am I stammering? Especially a female with lots of younger siblings. Yes, but but at the same time, is you can't really compare it because this one is they are your responsibility. The other one, you are helping your parents, except if you're an orphan and maybe but the other one, you are helping your parents. If anything goes wrong, it's not on your head. It's not your fault. As a mom, it is your responsibility. They are your offspring. Like you can't push them on anybody else. So that's where the difference comes in. But it's quite similar too. Um, Deborah is saying, hello Adeze, I pray God will grant us wisdom on how to train our kids. Yeah, so you need to pray for wisdom. It's not even about, see, that's why I even learned that sometimes when we be bashing our parents, your eye, you can always point out what your parents did wrong with you, yeah, right? You can always point out, oh, my parents did not do this, they did not do that, they should have done this. If I was the one, I would have done this. If you are the one, you might not do that though. When your time comes, you will not see yourself making some mistakes, even mistakes that you're not supposed to make because you actually know better. It's not like you don't even know better. You know better, but you still make those mistakes because you're a human being. So you have to just pray to God to give you wisdom. And again, one thing I've realized is how you parent one kid is not the way you parent another kid. They are always very different. They are always, I don't know, they're just different. So if you use that one size fits all for all your kids, it might not work. You might end up damaging one and making one excel, or you end up missing the ball with all of them. So it's wisdom basically. Qatar is so beautiful. It hosted the last World Cup and it's worth visiting. Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's where the World Cup was held. Miss Ajoko, I hope I didn't pronounce it wrong there. She says, "Hi Dezo, happy Mother's Day. Thank you." Tonka Tonka B says, "Love from Russia. Thank you." Banter with NJ. Hi NJ, my sister from another mother. Hi NJ, how are you? Welcome. Happy to have you here. Crown Steven says, "Thank you for your answer." Okay, yeah, it was you I answered. Okay, so happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Okay, what is the one thing that you took from your parents and one thing that you decided not to take from your parents into parenting? One thing I took from my parents, okay, from my dad, I think I took what I think from my dad. To be honest, I've not really thought about my dad's part though. From my dad, what did I think from my dad? I think it's just um engaging children. My dad is very engaging. Like he might not do anything else for you, but he will sit down and talk with you and ask you questions and give you the history of something and something. If you guys watch my video with my dad, you get what I mean. My father can just talk on any topic and he will talk about that topic as if he's professor in that topic. So I think I learned that one a bit from my dad. So I try to engage my kids more. Then for my mom, I think I learned how to be very um engaging, but with the other aspects, to be more attentive. My mom is someone that, she'll never allow you go to school with your uniform not ironed. Instead, she'll wake up in the middle of the night and iron your uniform. Like she was always taking care of us, always made sure that we had everything we needed, even if we couldn't afford it. She would try her best to make sure that at least you're not lacking. So she was very attentive in that aspect. So basically, best of both worlds. And one thing you decided not to take from your parents, I think I decided not to take what I decided not to take. I think my parents were very trusting. I mean, considering the era they lived in, I don't blame them because the era they lived in was era of, oh, people can just come to your house anytime. If a cousin wants to come and live with you, it was a no-brainer. Like it's not like now that you can say, oh, sorry, you can't stay in a hotel, or no, you have to inform me before you come. Then it was like, I'm going to my uncle's house, I'm going to my auntie's house. Somebody needed a place to stay. Maybe the person is in school, or the person wants to go and do one thing with jump or whatever, or the person wants to get a job. Anything you're serving, you need a place to stay. My house was always open for that. But it's something that I don't do now. I can't even remember the last time someone came to stay in my house. Like I don't do it. It's not even so much consciously, because I mean people are now very separated. But even at that, I'm always very, very vigilant with my kids. I don't just trust anybody around my kids. I don't care who you are. Like I must really, really trust you as a person. Like I can vouch for you before I can just leave my kids with you. So I think that's the one that I decided not to take. Okay, NJ says, "I'm good. Thank you. You look great." Thank you. How am I feeling myself? Michaela says, "Adeze, how do I deal with my toddler's disobedience?" My dear, when you find out, you come and let me know. When you find out, you come and let me know. Sophia tells me, "No, I don't want to." Very clearly, oh, she can speak very clearly. "No, I don't want to." If you tell her, "Sophia, come and eat your food," she will even complete the sentence very well for you. "No, I don't want to eat my food." Like that's how she tells you no. And she's telling you no, she's walking away. Oh. Even when you shout at her, she'll start laughing. And that laugh is almost like you're just a joker. She'll just start laughing. The only person she actually fears, or not even fears, like she respects, we like call it respect, whatever that is only my husband. And that's because he's not always around. So whenever he's around and he just says, "Sophia," you just see her stand. "Yes, daddy." I'm like, eh? If I call her Sophia, you just hear yes or eh? But if her father calls her, "Yes, daddy." And funny enough, he's the one that plays with her the most too. He's the one that even is always giving her sweet. I've told him to stop that thing, but I feel like he's conditioning her with sweet. He's always giving her sweet. He always has sweet in his pocket. Sometimes he will keep that's this Mentos. He used to give her Mentos, and he will break it before he gives her. So sometimes when he gives that Mentos, Sophia will go and take Mentos and put like four in her mouth. Because to me, it's scary. Mentos looks like something that can choke a child. Anyway, activated. She respects him, but me, I'm just, this one is just, air, it's breeze that is talking. So I don't know if you find out how to make your child less disobedient, come and share with me because me, I have no idea. My husband is always telling me that it's because of how I don't follow through with instructions. I'll be waiting with him. I'm like, okay, leave him. It's see finish. It's not about following through. It's see finish. That's just it. And they usually outgrow it anyway. Yes, it's see finish, my dear sister. Oh, see finish. Okay, let me see. I've missed some questions. Okay, happy Mother's Day, Wanda Brenda says happy Mother's Day at Daisy. Thank you. I enjoyed the video you did with your dad. Very interesting and engaging too. Yeah, that's how we talk. Oh, my dad is someone that every time, like anytime we're all together or you're just with him, from one juice, you talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And he likes to teach anyway. I did okay. Mommy P Words is saying, Adize, please say something about parenting. I'm a mother of four kids, three boys and one girl, and I have the four of them in my space. Okay, I had the four of them in a space of 4 years. My problem is chatting up and down, or you mean shouting? See, truth is that see, I don't even know how to answer this question now because me self I dey shout. If it's shouting, you mean no. Me self I dey shout. I try not to. I try to hold myself. I always try to start with the low voice. You know, they always say use your inside voice. Talk to them on their level. Don't shout. All those English they used to speak. Gentle parenting. Me, I will now start to Cora. Cora, I need you to go and do this and do this. Then you just see the person doing boo, 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 boo. It's not entering. And I'll be like, Cora. She'll now kuja. If you are Igbo, you know what kuja is. She'll now kuja. Yes, mommy. I'm not like, oh, so now you can hear me. When I was talking normally, you did not hear. So I don't know that it's because I've always been shouting that they're no longer hearing normal voice, or it's just their setting. I don't know. So I can't really say um I can't really say what you do about shouting up and down. No. But one thing I know has worked again for me is just letting everybody know their duties and punishments. I do punishment, not is it punishment? Yeah, punishment. I do punishment now. So you don't want to do this, Abi? No wahala, no tab for you, no television for you. In fact, sometimes if you hear me threatening my children, I'll say, you will not travel, no tab for you. I'll use your school fees. I'll go and buy food for myself. I'll just be calling out and anything I know they like. I'll use it to threaten them. You will not go and play. You will not have birthday party. I'll not buy new dress for you. No toy. No. Sometimes I'll be like, what is it? Now calm down. Give me. I'm just like, no. Let them understand the gravity of what they are doing. Anyway, so punishment is for me now. There's so many things I used to shout about before. Now I don't even shout. Once I just say, okay, no wahala, they'll just say, oh sorry, mommy, because they now know that there's going to be implication. There's an implication of for defaulting. I mean, yeah. Hope I spoke that English well. I don't know why my brain is doing like someone that has been drunk or something. Or is it cold? I feel like I'm about to have cough or something. Okay. So she said, okay, Nini says, is it Nini? Yeah, Nini. Very true. Our parents really were very trusting, but finding out later that those people that they trusted hurt their kids one way or the other. Yes, it's strange how, well, again, like I said, they lived in a different time, and when they were growing up was even a very, very different time. In fact, when you were growing up, you go out in the morning, come back in the evening, nobody knows where you went. There was no cell phone, there was no how even there was no landline safe, there was nothing like phone then, so you can go to anybody's house, anybody can stay in your house, communal living and all of that. So when they grew up was a different time. When they were raising their own kids was a different time. So somehow they took some of the things that happened or that they experienced when they were growing up, and they just allowed their kids. Sometimes I used to wonder that is it that crime was less then? Because if they grew up in a time where everybody was trusting, didn't bad things happen then? I don't know if you understand my question. Because when they were raising kids and they trusted their kids with everybody, bad things happened to their kids. So they themselves, when they were growing up, didn't bad things happen to them that made them now, that should have made them change their mind? I don't know, Sha. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't think it happened as much to them. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay. Blessed Louise says, "How are you?" I'm fine. How are you? I'm good. One Gechi Umbugwa. I hope I didn't pronounce your name wrongly. She says, "Hi, Ada. I love the topic you address about marriage expectation. Thank you for enlightening our agenda. Love from Ireland." Thank you to a lot of people liked that video. And I don't know, that video has been in my head for a very long time. But I didn't want people to start, why I didn't make the video all this while was that I didn't want people to start thinking, because I know that deep down in my heart, some of those things are not like, they're not red flags or deal breakers or anything. Like they're actually good problems in quotes to have. So I didn't want to make the video and people start saying, "What are you feeling like?" What are you saying? But eventually I just did it and many people resonated with it. In fact, I laughed there in the comment section there because so many people had so many similar stories they could relate, you know. I also did a video one time that on romantic lives matter. On romantic lives matter. I remember doing that video where people, because most times online when you're seeing proposal stories, it's always, glitz and glam, the person will rent out a hall, or, yeah, basically rent a space, do this very lavish decor, flowers, everything. I've even seen some now. The new trend is bringing 4 or 5 or, two or three, rings, so that the girl can now choose her own ring on the spot. I'm like, wow, amazing. I cannot relate. I so cannot relate, So I was like, if I'm the only one that is going through this, this feeling of what is happening, like I can't relate. Let me know. That was why I now made that video. And many people could relate. It's not everybody that got that kind of proposal. Some of us they don't even propose. They don't propose. Like my husband just met my parents first. In fact, the meeting of parents self was, you guys know the story now. If you don't know the story, go and look for it. How my husband met my parents. The meeting was not, it was not a meeting at all. It was not a meeting. He was summoned and he showed up, right? So after that, things just kind of progressed until marriage. There was no, "Oh, time to propose. Will you marry me?" They did not ask me. Oh. So I can actually now say I was never asked. So anyway, um no, people are crazy. You don't know anyone's real intentions. I moved to a new place 2 years ago, and I've never let anyone besides my parents and siblings come to my house. Yeah, it's the way. I mean, it's the way some people's lives are set up now. For me, I have a very very small circle, very very small circle. Like people that actually sleep in my house, they are very very few. We don't even have the space, first of all. Let's not even lie. First of all, we don't have the space. But even if we had the space, people that I actually let into my house are very few. Yeah. And letting into my house does not even mean that I'll live with my children. I mean, if friends come to visit, like maybe my husband's friends or anybody that, acquaintances and all of that, when they come to visit, there's designated regular parlor for it. And then my kids just greet them and go. They don't really interact with them much. So, yeah. Happy Mother's Day. And Divine says Sophia has seen you finish. Yeah, so her own see finish, her own see finish is astronomical. The Amazon Deb. Hi, Amazon Deb. Hi, Princess. Okay, Princess says it's definitely see finish. Yeah, it is. There's no formula for parenting, actually. Oh, there's no formula. Well, some people will tell you there's a formula. Oh. I think there is a formula somehow. Somehow there's a formula, but that formula is hard. To get to that formula is very, very hard, or to stick to that formula is very hard. But there is somehow. Um, Linda says that threatening part is me. It's like the chat is going slower than my. Is it the chat or my voice is going slower than the chat? I don't even know what's happening. The threatening part is me. Hello, Mama, beautiful babes. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, Stella. No tab, no TV, no this, no that. Yeah, so if you hear me threatening my children here, very funny. No tab, no television. You will not go and play. No ice cream, no cake, no snacks, no friends. You won't see your friends. I'll collect your school fees. I'll do this one. I will just for one, just for go and put your clothes in the laundry basket. So that's what you see. Okay, no, when I usually threaten that When I usually give them those threats is when I want them to sleep. Oh my God, getting my kids to sleep is one of the most annoying things ever, ever. Getting them to sleep in the afternoon most times. In the night, they're actually tired after they've played so much, so they'll just go and sleep. But you see, afternoon, getting my kids to sleep to take a nap is annoying. You will think they've gone to bed. Though. Next thing, you hear somebody giggling in the room. You now come there. You don't see they are sleeping. I'm like, who are you trying to deceive? That's why the threatening will now start. No tap, no this, no that. Okay. Okay, Blessed Living is saying, I always wonder how you cope with the black suit thing. Is it still ongoing? Is it still an ongoing issue? God will continue to keep you up. It's still an ongoing issue. Funny enough, I think it became worse after Wike rigged the election. I don't know if it's when I noticed it though, but after that Saturday, that presidential election, by the next day or 2 days later, I started noticing black suits. I think I was noticing before then actually, but after, no, I started noticing it after. I don't know that it was the annoyance of Wiki that made me notice it though, but I noticed it. No, I definitely it definitely increased because I remember one day even Nelo sent me a picture of black suits in the air. Like it looked like somebody was burning a lot of maybe coal, not even coal, crude oil or something. But the air was when I say black, I mean black and thick. So black suit is back. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's there now. So yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know how we're coping. I don't know why I feel like all of us are in denial somehow. All of us are just in denial, collective denial. Like we just want to move on with our lives and pretend like it's not a problem, but it's a problem. Grace Briggs says, I watched that good problem video with my husband while looking at his face. He was just laughing. I can imagine. Do you wish he proposed? Um, to be honest, I'm not even a romantic person. Let me not even lie. I think I said it in that video. I'm not a romantic person. No. In fact, I'm a very cringy person. In fact, if you put me and my husband, who is more romantic, he's my husband though. Forget all those things I was saying. My husband is actually more romantic than I am. So you can imagine how bad my own is. So do I wish he proposed? No, because I don't like that center of attention where they're not invited the family and ask, no, 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 no. On my wedding day, on my wedding day, that you may kiss the bride, we had to repeat it because I was like, why would I be kissing in front of my family members? So I just did one kind of sharp, sharp kiss like this. I didn't know that the pastor saw it and was like, nope, 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 nope. We need to see it very well. You need to redo it. I was like, God, I died and woke up in that hall. So I'm not really a romantic person. So I don't wish he did it. Like it doesn't change anything. I mean, I don't know. I've not experienced it before, so I don't know if it changes something. But for me, I don't think it changes anything. Grace Bree says, I was not asked to. I keep reminding my husband. Remind him, or let him ask you whether you want to continue. That should be the new question now. Do you want to continue in this marriage? They should buy a better ring and come and ask us if we want to continue. And then we'll now think about it before we answer. We need that experience. Happy Mother's Day, Mercy Joe. Hi, hi, hi. Gist with Queen Uguru says good evening, host. Hi, hi, good evening. Okay. Oh, Grace says you wish. Are you serious? You really wish? If you wish, then you can ask him or if you can do, if he can. I don't know if he doesn't change anything at this point, sha. But you can ask him if he can do like vow renewal and stuff like that and just propose again. Tech with Bumi. Hi, hi. We are plenty on the not ask table. Yeah, especially those of us that married at that time when it wasn't that trend. Luckily, it's not even trendy. I don't think it's trendy. I think it's just what it is. But now I feel like the ways of asking is now getting more and more flamboyant, and I'm not mad at it. I mean, go big or go home. You're asking a woman to marry you, go big or go home. Okay, if you want to do it. But I feel like in those days it wasn't really that much of a thing like it is right now. The same thing with all this baby shower, bridal shower, all those things. When I was getting married, or maybe it was my circle shower. When I was getting married, it existed, but it wasn't such a big deal. Social media wasn't even what it was now, so it wasn't that much of a big deal. I don't think people really. Some people had it, some people did not have it, but it wasn't like a thing to look forward to. Maybe it was my circle again because I was the first to get married out of all my friends and people like that. So maybe it was my circle. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. What did you guys do for Mother's Day? Me, they sent me money, shower. They sent me money where I don't share finish. They sent me money. I've already shared the money to some moms as well. But there's something going on with this chat. Let's see. Okay. What are your thoughts on those ladies that are always overly dramatic and in serious tears during proposals? Okay, my honest opinion about it is that the me of before, I used to roll my eyes at that thing. I used to be like, maybe I was a hater, shall we? That's how somebody would just cool down and just be a hater. Maybe I was a hater. As it not do for me now. That was why I don't know. But I used to roll my eyes. I used to be like, you want to tell me that as a Nigerian, you do not know that you are going to marry this guy and they propose to you and you're not crying, you're not that was one part. The second part for me was I always felt like, even at my wedding anyway, I always felt like when it comes to marriage, proposals and stuff like that, that women do too much. You make it look like the guy is doing you a favor. That's why you're crying. You're so happy. You can't believe your life. You can't believe yourself. You can't believe the guy proposed to you. You're crying. You're showing everybody your ring. You are doing this one. Then even on people's wedding, where on the wedding day itself, a lot of brides be the one then now is now I think it's now like 50-50 or sometimes more on the woman's side, but it's not as bad as then. Then I remember going for weddings and the man would just be strong face like this with his suit and his hand glove and his white hand glove, strong face like this, walking down the aisle, like he's the only one that like one Odogu, like one king of the jungle. While the wife will be smiling, hey, happy, hey, dancing, hey, jumping up and down. Like, she can't believe her life that she's getting married to this guy. So then, whenever I see people that they propose and they behave like that, those two feelings of, are you telling me that you do not know and your nails are done, everything about you is on point, like sister. And then, why are you even crying? Like, what is the big deal there? You're getting married here, so why are you crying? Like, making the guy feel special. That was me then when I was a hater. Okay, now that I am a repented lover girl, or maybe because I now hear some people telling their stories of how the proposals happened. I think that I now understand why some people cry. There's a fly going up and down in this place and it's annoying me. Anyway, I don't understand why some people cry when they propose to them. I think it's first of all the not expecting it at the time that it happened. Okay, because a lot of people know that they're going to be proposed to. Some people even basically plan their own proposals by giving the guy hints about what they want, how they want it, the kind of excuse me, the kind of rings that they want and all of that. So some people basically plan their proposals in that sense. So yeah, but okay, what I was trying to say is that they did not expect it at the time that it happened. So that's why they were shocked, right? And then this overwhelming feeling of, oh, everybody is there, my friends, everybody is, here to, celebrate with me. I'm marking a new life chapter. I'm opening a new chapter in my life or whatever. I'm marking a new milestone or phase in my life, blah, 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 blah. So that's why many of them cry, especially if you're an emotional person to start with. That's why many of them cry and all of that. So that's what I think happens now. That's why now I don't roll my eyes. I still roll my eyes small, oh, but not as much as before. I'm not a hater like before. What makes me roll my eyes now is when, like, there was one that the woman fell on the floor and was rolling. I was like, sister, you self, calm down. Okay, calm down. You're giving the guy ideas in his head that he has come here to change your life. Okay, I've passed a lot of questions. So. Okay, let's see. This Anambra man ain't doing anything. I don't enter, be say I don't enter. My dear, that's it though. You don't enter, be say you don't enter. There's no, it is what it is. It is what it is. After 26 years, I'm still waiting. But he brought wine to Kenya and did all the traditional stuff. Yeah. The same thing with my husband. He did everything. The asking my father, the coming with his relatives to see my father. We did intro and all of that. So he did everything, but just that. In fact, the proposal part, if you watch that video, when I was the one that bought the rings, okay, I went to the market and got the ring. I didn't even buy those rings for himself. It was not Balogun. It was Balogun. There was one gold market. It's not even market, it was a shop in Balogun, but it was like a gold shop. So I went there, I chose my ring and also chose his ring. Then when I went to give him his own ring so that he would come to the wedding, no, I went to give him the rings basically. Yeah, I went to give him the rings. I only took the engagement ring. After giving him the rings, I now told him, oh yeah, take and propose to me. Neither and there, ask me to marry you. At that point, Ashwebi was ready, everything was ready. So it's just what they call it, a performance at that stage. It's not like anything special. It's not Mother's Day in the USA, so it's a regular Sunday for me. Yeah, we have like four Mother's Day. Is it not four? There's US one, there's worldwide one, there's Catholic one, and there's Anglican one. Or it's three? I don't know. But yeah, all of them we go celebrate all. All of them we must to celebrate all of them. Okay, Bless Louise says, I was dramatic. Oh, I wasn't expecting it at all, and I was even pregnant. So I don't know why I was so shocked. I didn't cry, but I was laughing and play beating him. I was so happy. Okay. Yeah, I now understand that because you didn't expect it at that time, it's shocking. The crying is not like the person doesn't know Ada, but it's kind of, so I'm gonna be married, I'm gonna leave my family, I'm gonna stop hanging out at will. The first will you marry me is heavy on the body. Oh, that sounds interesting, even though there's no I can't relate. Igbo man husband Delta. Blessed, I knew that we were getting married already. I knew it since we started talking. So I don't know. I was sure surprised, and the way he was shaking all through dinner and looking worried, he was so nervous too. Yeah, another thing I even forgot to mention again is that it's one thing to even know you're marrying somebody, and then it's another thing to actually have like a visual representation of this is what's happening. Like that whole proposal thing, that whole going on his knees and everything. I feel like it's a visual, like, okay, this is happening. Maybe before you didn't really get it. Now, do you get it? Of course, the ambience, the everything about it will make it, more special than those of us that are just watching from outside. Hello, host greeting. Hi, the Osake's family. Good evening. My first time on here, peculiar. Hi, Caribbean vibes, nice. Mothers here. Hi, hi, hi. Let me see. How are you guys coping with this recession that they say is happening everywhere? Because when me I'm complaining about price of egg, people in the America too are complaining about price of egg. People in other countries too are complaining about price of egg. So what's happening? How are you guys coping? They say we're going to recession. I heard that there's one silicon bank waiting that collapsed and is on the verge of collapse. See, when I'm hearing all those things, I'm just like, God, I beg. I be trumpet should sound, let all of us come and be going, because at this point it's stressful. Maybe trumpet should sound, let all of us come and be going. I hope my internet has not finished though. My internet is so annoying. Okay, price of eggs is high. But what's causing it now? Is it that the chickens are now eating more food or what? Or the food is now more expensive? What's causing the food to be more expensive? What do they even eat? What do chickens eat? I thought it was just normal like corn and stuff. Yeah, groceries are very expensive. Yeah. I went grocery shopping last week and spent $150. This week, my food is almost all gone. Do you know this thing happened to me? Was it not last? No, it's this month now. That before the election time, I even made a video about it. I cooked enough food though, did enough shopping. The cooked food is still there, but a lot of the other things I bought have finished. And I'm like, what's happening now? Who they chop am? Wetin we dey chop? Wetin we dey chop? Mind you, my husband is not around most of the time. So what exactly is happening? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Oh, oh, there was bird flu in the chickens. Are you serious? Mhm. How many of you even voted sef? I'm trying to avoid this voting gist, but it's pinching me to it's pinching me to talk about. How many of you voted? It's everywhere. My God. So okay, okay, let's even leave the voting talk small. This inflation that is everywhere now, are your salaries increasing? Let me know. One goat was $350 before, now it is $550. Are you serious? Eh? Almost, not even almost, that's like, yeah, almost 50% increase. Eh? Things are expensive here. I don't know how others are able to cope. I spend like 250 for my family. Cost of living is so high that my daughter in university shops in my house. I can imagine, oh. Yeah, that's the problem. MC is saying my salary hasn't increased in years. That's the problem. So I'm not asking myself, like, what is like, okay, every time I go to the market now, new price. Every time I go to the market, new price. Anytime I go and I write list, I go to the market, I'll spend more than I budgeted every single time, like without fail, every single time. Now God they help us. Oh. Actually, it's still God that's helping us. Sha. It's just to find other ways to make money. In fact, I don't even want to enter that talk now because it's something very stressful to think about. Finding more ways to make money. E be like say na politics be the way. Oh. E be like say na to go fight for office be the way. Inflation was caused by all the stimulus checks they gave us during COVID, honestly. Are you serious? And an overall aftermath of COVID. Are you serious? Hmm. Yeah, having multiple streams of income is the way, but how do you have that multiple streams of income? What multiple streams of income should somebody have? Because it's one thing to say, oh, have multiple streams of income. How many of those multiple streams are actually worth it in terms of the time it will take you to have them, in terms of the economy, and especially in Nigeria where doing business is just it's like this. Is a very dicey situation to be doing business in Nigeria. Is this like okay? Can't even increase. Only salary increase is change of jobs. Yeah, I think most people will have to change jobs like multiple times before they'll be able to get like substantial increase in their salary. You know. MC says, "Thank you. It's not easy to have multiple streams of income." Yes, it's not easy, because it's not when people are advising that thing. Even me, it's advice people. It's not like it's not a bad advice. It's not a useless advice. It's a good advice. Oh yeah, which one now? It's not easy because remember, you have your job, you have your kids, you have your family, you have so many things you're already doing. Some people are even schooling, join. Then you now want me to have extra source of income, and that side hustle or multiple stream or whatever of income, most of them are actually like some people's 9 to 5. Okay, so for instance, I'm doing YouTube now, then someone will tell me go and do business as a side hustle, but that business is somebody's 9 to 5, somebody's day job. So how do I merge my own day job with another person's day job? How many hours in a day do I have? So except you create something that when you sell, you make a lot of money from, or you invent something, or you are doing like a service-based side hustle. Even at that, if you really want to make good money from it, you have to put in the time and the energy into it. So it's not easy, my dear sister. It's not easy. It's not easy. I beg. Yes, people need to make money, and that money isn't easy to find. Yeah, if it's easy, we will be here. We won't be here now. A lot of us will be balling in the Bahamas or wherever. But it's not easy. There can't be shame in your game. I humble myself and work hard. You have to seek information too. Yeah, I do Airbnb. I'm a realtor, and I just started a home renovation business. Okay, that's nice. Hmm. I like the sound of that though. I like the sound of home innovations. Very true. I'm doing my master's full time and I work 40 hours a week. Imagine that's like 8 hours a day minimum. It's honestly terrible. Plus a mom of three or more. MC is asking, realtor is commission based, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so. She said, please talk. Oh, nobody else is talking now. So please talk, I beg. Please talk. Oh, anybody that even wants to call in to talk, to call in and talk. I just wanted us to chat a bit. Oh. It's not like anything serious was happening today or I had something to say. I'm just like, let's just chat a bit. I feel like a lot of people are tensed. There's tension everywhere. I try to stay away from Kefa Nakpo himself. I try to stay away from Instagram and co because from Twitter. I tried though. I tried, but middle of the night I went to pee and I came and I said, let me just check. That was how I stayed awake for almost 3 hours. That's why I'm a bit dull because I was awake throughout, not throughout, but for more than 3 hours I was awake, just scrolling on Twitter and getting angry. So you put hours into being a realtor and barely get a return. Oh, you don't get paid unless the property closes. Amarachi, please give me my charger, my phone charger. Yeah. But in jobs like that where or in businesses like that where you put in a lot of hours and don't get returns on basically your hours, I think that but correct me if I'm wrong, I think that you get your gain when you eventually close one, the profit is usually high enough to cover all those your days of working without profits basically. But let me know if that's how it is or I'm just imagining things. I can work with a client and not even get paid because they changed their mind and decided not to sell anymore. Omo man. Omo man. Okay, Philip Jennifer is saying hello Auntie Ada. Hi. But I've also had deals hey yeah and got paid 24,000. Just come now, they will see you. No, they will see you. Wait, they didn't even see you. Nobody saw me. Yeah? Nobody saw you. Not every deal has been like that, Sha. Yeah, all these high reward businesses sometimes to get that reward the entire person. Okay, I'm getting my master's in nursing to be a what is NP? Nursing practitioner or what? I don't know what's NP. Oh, my head keep turning. I work 40 hours a week. I'm a pharmacist, abi, working with one of the big pharma, early clinical development of vaccine. Wow, nice. On one house, not every day has been like that for me, sha. Okay, so for those of us in Nigeria now, which other side hustle? Is it food? Is it food? Because people must eat. I think food stuff is a good business, sha. Wait, let me charge this one. I think selling food stuff is a good business in Nigeria, but the problem is that one param like this, you can lose almost everything. One stupid policy, one flood, one transportation issue, you lose everything. Yeah, food is good business anyway. Yeah. With the scarcity in Nigeria, I just kept wondering how we are market women coping. Because at some point, I wasn't even buying me that normally once I'm passing, I must buy banana, I must buy apple, I must buy grapes, I must buy udara, mango, and what they call those all those fruits that you just buy on the way home. At some point, I stopped buying them because I didn't have cash. Like, am I going to stand there between transfer of 500 naira to you because what happened? I stopped buying them. So I know a lot of people too stopped buying, or maybe I'm just the only one that was too lazy for that. But I was wondering how people were coping. Also, goods from America. How do you guys import goods from America to sell? Because the shipping company I use, I feel like their shipping this thing is too expensive. Like if I want to sell those things and I use them, those things will be very, very expensive. So how do you guys ship things into Nigeria to sell? Oh, selling Canva design templates is a form of passive income. Nice. What's in Chichi? Udara is no longer in season, oh, is it? Yes, cleaning services is actually a good idea in Nigeria. It actually is, yes. Cleaning services, laundry, cleaning services, even errands, what they call it, dispatch rider and errands. Like not just a dispatch rider, but one that you can actually send on errands for you. It's actually a good business to do. Oh, we ship by containers, it takes months, honestly. Okay, 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 I get. So basically, you ship like multiple times a year. So when your goods are in the store and you're selling, then you're waiting for your other shipment, right? Oh, NJ said it's still in season or have a full bowl here. Are you serious? Okay, no, it's true. Oh. Did I see this thing recently? I think I saw it recently somewhere. But I've not bought it in a while because no get 500 naira, no get 1,000 to be buying it. Find an industry, real estate is a good one, and learn everything you can. Then offer your services online on Fiverr. How do you do real estate services on Fiverr? Like, is it that, like, can you explain more? I know it's not for Nigerians, sha, or maybe it is. I don't know. As in, I know it's not for people that live in Nigeria. I can live better than my parents, but I realized very late. Firstly, I chose a teaching course in Nigeria. Nigerian education is crazy, so I have spent over 4 years in uni now. My cousin in Nigeria opened her home health business for training caregivers and also taking care of geriatric patients in the home. Let me tell you guys a business idea that I actually have. Even though now I'm saying it, I know it might not even happen again because me, once I see something sometimes, like as I just say it, it just leave my head. But I wish I can start a a care business, but for Omugo, for women that just give birth. Like they call them doulas. No, not even doula. Doula is different. For women that just give birth, you have like a dedicated Omugo person that would, even if your parents are there, your mom is there, your mother-in-law, whatever, even if they're there, you have a dedicated Omugo person. She knows everything there is to know about, post delivery, whether it's CS or vaginal delivery. She knows everything about it. She also knows everything about food you should take, how about breastfeeding, about nursing a baby, taking care of a baby, like that kind of business that will just be sending such people to different homes. Like you pay, they will send you someone who will stay with you. Either you pay for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, or even if you want 6 months. Maybe when you go back to work, someone that will stay with the kids and help, or with the baby and help to train whoever your help is going to be, or whoever is going to take care of the baby. So I'm putting it out there. If anybody can make it happen, please make it happen. But me, something I really think would be a good idea. I don't know if I have the resources, so I don't know if I have the time. I don't even know if I have the knowledge set to pull it off. But if anybody can, then that would be a good idea. Especially if you are in the nursing field. Yeah, I think it's nurses that will do that kind of job well. Like all these what they call it? Is it maternity nurses or something? Labor nurse. Midwives and like all those kind, not even midwives per se, but you guys get the gist. People that deal with pregnant women, newborn babies, and all of that. If you can get somebody, if you can get like a firm where you have nurses or people under you that you train very well, though, The training part is very important. You train them very well, they are very professional, and they are very knowledgeable. I posted something on my Instagram yesterday. This one was in China. It was such a beautiful experience for the lady. She was explaining how the nurse came to her house, like after she gave birth, helped her with the baby, helped her with, breastfeeding, helped her with teas, was even making teas for her to take, and soups and food and all those things. Just basically concentrated on helping mother and child. That would be a very fantastic idea. Although in Nigeria, many people say my mother will come and do it. How many mothers have time these days when everybody's looking for money? How many mothers? How many mothers have time to be doing or go up and down? Or for as long as they're supposed to? There are not many. Oh. Look into becoming a virtual assistant. How does virtual assistant even work, Seth? I don't even know how that thing works. Okay, I'm not getting younger. I'm 26 and can't boast of 300K in my account. Even though I do online freelancing, I make money, but expenses is crazy. Look for a class to learn how to be a killer. Okay. For me, if you are still a student, I don't care how old you are, go and live with your parents and eat their food first. Those extra expenses, go and share. Even if you're contributing in your parents house, it's better for you to go there and share, or you find somebody you can share with. For me, it's better than for you to stay alone or try to stay alone and be taking care of all those expenses alone. To me, sometimes it's not worth it, except you are very, very okay. Okay, James by Dr. James is saying, random question, what's the best way to say your mind in a relationship and marriage but not come across as argumentative? I think the best way is to, first of all, take a deep breath, okay? You know how all this advice is easy to give. Eh, when we're saying it, just take it as we're saying it. We're not saying it's what we do, but we're telling you that it is what is good, okay? First is take a deep breath, but I do sometimes anyway. Take a deep breath, count down from 10 to 1 or from 1 to 10. Just take a deep breath and just count. Try and get your feelings under control, because sometimes we don't know that we are angry. We think we're not angry, but sister, you're angry. So just try and get your feelings under control, and then ask the person what they are. Okay, for instance, let's say now both of you quarrel about what would people quarrel about now? Let's say both of you quarrel about, let's say, um, let's say a family member wanting to come over. Let's say now your husband's sister wants to come and stay, but you don't want your husband's sister to come and stay for your own reasons, right? Or the other way around, you want your sister to come and stay and it doesn't. Well, it can't be the other way around. Sha. Most times is maybe he wants someone to come and stay and you don't want it. I'm just giving an example. In such a situation, instead of going and saying, no, I don't want to come and stay, what do you mean by that? Blah, 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 it's my house too. Start arguing the one they don't ask you, start bringing up past issues, start, getting angry and saying some things you're not supposed to say. The best thing is to ask the person again. Sometimes that I ask my husband some questions, not because I did not hear his answer the first 3 times, but I want to really, really be sure that what he said is what I understood. So ask the person again, like, why are you insisting, or why do you really want your sister to come and stay? How does this really, like, can you justify it to me? How does it really, what is your thought process? I always ask that question. What's your thought process? Just walk me through it, right? When the person now says everything, that if you have a cooperative husband, though, I'm not saying you should go and do this one with people that are already angry. That one, you speaking English there, you'll be doing his own thing. And if you have like a level-headed husband who listens to you, who also, wants what's best for you as a human being, you ask him. When he gives his answers, try and repeat his answers to him and ask him to confirm if that's what he means, right? So if he says, I want her to come because she's out of school now and it's costing me more to pay for her to rent a house somewhere or whatever, so let her just come and stay in the house and help you out, while she while she looks for a job or gets into school. When he finishes saying all his reasons, then you now ask him, okay, so what you're saying is that you want her to come and stay here for a period of 3 months until she gets a job or until she gets into school, because you cannot afford to pay her rent in so and so place. If he now says, yes, that's what I mean, you can now go ahead and tell him, okay, I understand you, but for me, I feel like it is better for you to pay her rent to stay somewhere else, because we have, the kid, or I don't need extra help. Plus, whatever your reasons are for not wanting her to come, you say it too. Then ask him if he understands you. It's not a fun thing though. It's not a fun, especially when you're angry. It's not a fun thing. It's something that when you're doing my when me I'm doing such things, in my head I'm screaming and shouting, but my words I'm trying to just be nice, right? Is when I now go through all that and then it's still not landing. That's when I can now cope. But but before I couple, I always try to make sure that I calmly state what my own point is and ask him if he understands my point, and then let him. If he says, "Oh, I understand," I say, "Okay, can you just reiterate to me, reiterate? Yeah, that's the word. Can you tell me back what you think I am saying, just to be sure that you're on the same page? Because sometimes both of you are saying two different things, but it sounds like it's alike, but you are saying two different things. So when it now comes to actions, you will now see that, oh, we were actually saying two different things. So I think I've even talked more than the question. Okay, you can look at Korean system when it comes to aftercare. I think that thing was Korean. No, was it Korean? I think was it Korean or China or Japan? I think it was Japan. Can't remember. People are telling me to get married, but I want to make money. I want to make money and focus on living life. I feel I haven't really been having fun, just living life. My dear sister, if you see good husband, just marry. You see that fun, you will have it in your marriage. You see that living the life, you will live it in your marriage, okay? It's still as fun when you do it with husband, when you do it with kids. It's still as fun, maybe even more fun. For me, it's more fun now, sha, because somebody else is paying the bills, right? So for me, maybe it's even more fun after you get married. So try and see things from a different perspective. If things that are hard for you, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that everybody must go and get married because of whatever. No, I'm just saying, if marriage is something that's on your mind, but you're only putting it off just because you want to live the life, I don't think it's really advisable, because you don't want to miss your husband where you are living the life. When you now live the life, finish. Well, you marry someone else actually. What state are you in? I'm in Massachusetts. I want to move though. Okay. That's a good idea in Nigeria. I think you mean doula. Yeah, but I thought doula is just the ones that help you during pregnancy till when you give birth, and just maybe few days after you give birth. That's what I thought too. I didn't know a doula can stay. The one I'm talking about is from when you give birth. Maybe they might come before, but from when you give birth, they stay with you for either 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, basically like a mobile. Okay. So I have two issues. Focus on putting myself out there and find a man and make money and have as much fun as I want. Kindly check my past messages to understand. Okay, she's saying, so her two issues is that focus on putting myself out there and find a man, or make money and have as much fun as I can. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. Oh. I don't think that while you are trying to make money, you will not put yourself out there. You will just stay inside your room and be making the money. I don't know. So they're not mutually, I mean, if you're going to be having fun, you're going to be out there as well. So to me, they're not mutually exclusive. You can do both. You can kill two birds with, I want to say, you can kill no you can kill two birds with one stone. Yes, you can kill two birds with one stone. You can actually make money, have fun while putting yourself out there. While you're having the fun in places where responsible people are ready to get married. You're not having the fun with, 20-year-olds or 19-year-olds are just enjoying their life. You're having the fun in places where there are 20 something, 20, late 20s, 30s, and all of that, where they are. Um, okay. I have a classmate that opened her own private nursing care for people after surgeries like BBL, tummy tuck. Yeah, I heard that they have nurses like that in Nigeria that take care of you and do massages and all of that. I'm in San Francisco. Oh boy, Iran. Okay, people are having a conversation here. Okay. MC says, I've been living out of my parents' house for 3 years now, and I'm moving back this year. I can't wait to eat their food and use their electricity. Paying bills is, is so ghetto. My dear, it's so ghetto. Paying bills. Okay. How did you introduce solid to Sophia? When she turned 6 months, I just started from pap and I started from pap and what sef? Potatoes and cereal when she because I did exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months. So when she now turned 6 months, I now started her with pap. I think I did a video on her first meal. I now started her with pap and other things. So gradually I was just adding. I didn't even delay the adding thing because first of all she had older siblings already eating normal food. So I was always giving her from their food. I just made sure that her food was softer. So if I was giving her rice, rice was softer than normal. If I was giving her potato mashed a bit, anything. But Sophia has always been a food disher, so she didn't really have a problem with transitioning. Even Ava did not have a problem with transitioning. It was Cora that showed me pepper. Please, who knows anything about precious stones business in Nigeria? Precious stones. They do it in Nigeria as a business, like not like those big people, oh. Eh? Because like come and show me the way, oh. Let me to go and get my own precious stones. My sister is doing her farm D at Memphis. Is this Memphis? I don't know what this is. Oh. Georgia is nice and because of it. Okay. Adeze, have you watched The Married at First Sight on Netflix? No, I haven't watched it though. Maybe I should watch it. I'm looking for what to watch recently. I haven't watched it. I've just been watching Perfect Match. Um, hey, this one will soon be out though. What they call the name of that thing? Actually, it's not out already. The newest Love is Blind. Love is Blind will soon be out. So I watched Love is Blind. I watched Perfect Match. Yeah, then I also watched Real Housewives. I watched Real Housewives of Nairobi. I and Nero are going to be talking about it. Okay, probably tomorrow or next. Real Housewives of Nairobi and also of Abuja. Okay. See me blushing. Thanks for answering my question. All right. I'll focus on having fun where good men are. Yes, my sister. Good rich men. Go to where good rich men are. Especially since you are making your money at the same time. When you make your money, go to, posh places and go and have fun there, okay? So that you catch the eye of the right people. In Kem's place, okay. Hi, Soti, my twin sister. In my video with Cora, I kept getting comments that Cora looks like Soti. I was like, you people see me see Wahala. I did video to check whether my child looks like me. And you are telling me another thing. But yeah, hi Soti. Soti finished us, me and Nelo with food. There's this jollof rice that I ate in Soti's house that I'm still dreaming about. Like I can taste it when I talk about it. Okay, I think I'm way behind when it comes to this. Okay, that's a good approach. Basically, a repeat back method to clarify the communication. Thank you. Yes, just repeat it. Repeat. It's annoying sometimes, like I said, but repeat it back to the person and say, "Is this what you mean?" So that you'll be sure that you're on the same page, and also you'll be sure that you are countering the person's argument. Because sometimes I've realized that even with friends, even with people in general, somebody is saying even in my comment section self, somebody is saying A, you are arguing Z. Why? You are. I remember yesterday when I was on Twitter, I kept seeing some kind of dumb anyway. Let's not even go to Twitter self. I don't want to get angry. But basically, somebody will say this book is read. You will now come and say, what do you mean by, oh, so you're trying to say that books are not good for people that have color blindness, something stupid, and I'm just out of like off points. So that's why it is important to actually repeat what the person is saying. Let them confirm that what they are saying is what you think they are saying is what they are saying, so that when you're countering it, you are sure that you're communicating. And always take a deep breath. Okay, take a deep breath, remove yourself from the situation, find your happy space. Sometimes anger will make you not even when you have happy space, because you're angry, you don't even want that happy space. It happens, but make sure it doesn't happen doesn't happen too often, because it might cause breakdown in the relationship. Okay. Some of them are called night nurse in America. Oh, really? They come to your house, do all the babysitting while you sleep throughout the night. They are quite expensive though. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Love is blind. Yes, love is blind. Please watch Married at First Sight. You will love it. Okay, I will. Is Nairobi on Netflix? No, Nairobi is on Showmax. Nairobi is on Showmax. You guys should go and watch it. Like, I really, in fact, please, you people, if you are watching this video and you haven't watched Real Housewives of Nairobi, actually, well, yeah, even the one of Abuja, but watch the two of them and stay tuned to Ada and Lelo, because we're coming to bring the gist to you guys. Okay, we're coming to break it down for you guys. And what a small world. You might have met my sister. Okay. So then you say Nami born Coral. Please come and carry your child. Come and carry her. Then give me Jasmine. Because Jasmine gives me, I don't know, gives me Sophia's vibe somehow. Looking at her, she reminds me of Sophia. You're next to host us. So una go drink water. You like water? You like water with lemon? I can do that one. Oh, I forgot. What's her name? Uh, Elizabeth is in catering school, so maybe she'll do the catering. I'll do the supervising. Yeah, maybe that will work. She made one delicious. She made pineapple fried rice and Chinese fried rice for us today. It was delicious, very nice. I was like, good, good, good. My money is paying off. Very soon now, I will retire and I have chef. As if she does not leave me and Jackpa. Anyway, go to court, marry, then live together. You can have your wedding on your anniversary. Hmm. Showmax isn't available in America. Why? So how are people getting? I think there's a way people are getting around it. If you have a VPN, if you can get a VPN, I think you should be able to get it. I think so. If you can get a VPN and just choose Nigeria on your VPN, you should be able to get it. What do you think of Pocharella's accent? Pocharella sounds like a, what's the word now? Like a rapper. You know that's, when you are small and you want to speak like an American. That's how she sounds. When we were small and you're role playing or you're forming like you went to, I mean like young kids when we were like 7, 8 and you're playing your house. That's Trevella's accent. All those I wanna go, come here, I'm right here, right now, okay? How we used to talk back then is her accent right now. It's very hilarious. I was thinking she was just joking, but it seems to be her accent, like for real, for real. So it's weird. What advice what advice to your little unmarried internet sisters about premarital sex? Is it a no, or why is it a yes? It's like you don't watch me that often, because if you watch me that often, you will know my answer to this question. I've answered it a lot. Anyway, for me, it is a big fast no. I always say to anybody that cares to listen, do not have sex before you get married. There's no benefit to it. You can't convince me otherwise. It's my personal opinion. Okay, and it's the Bible's opinion. Okay, so I'm right and you are wrong. Leave it at that. Anyway, on a serious note, personally, I don't believe in premarital sex. I don't think it has any extra benefits to you as a person. It has no extra benefit to your husband as a person. Forget about those G stuff. Oh, you want to test the water. Some of you tested 100. Now that you are now in the marriage, the water is no longer working. That water that you now finally chose after you finish testing, like, I like this water. That water is not, it's not watering, because you are now tired. The person is tired. So for me, but not even that said, so many things can affect your sex life. That's just the truth. Except there is a pre-existing medical condition with your partner, of which when you are dating, you should ask those questions. Okay, ask him about his genitals. Okay, ask him about his genitals. They are a way to check, whether somebody has low sperm count or has erectile dysfunction and all of that. There are ways to check it. So you can both go to the hospital, you do fertility test if you want to, him let him do if you want to. If there are issues and you both decide that you can live with those issues, then it's fine. But saying that you have to test it before you now get married, I don't know how else to explain this thing when I say it. Some people will be like, oh, I can't, I must test it though. Okay. As you finish testing it now, what did it change for you? The cases of people who got married and realized that their husbands had, you know, erectile dysfunction or something, or low sperm count. In fact, even low sperm count doesn't even make sense, because are you saying you want to get pregnant before you get married? That if you don't get pregnant, you will not get married. If that's the case, then that's a different ball game, and make sure that it's not you that is the problem. Okay. So the ones that will say, oh, that the cases of people that got married and found out that their husbands had such issues, those are rare cases. I'm not saying they don't exist, but they exist. And in such cases, they are, especially if you did your, due diligence before you got married, you ask the right questions. Those things are basis for divorce. Okay, they are basis. They can, you can actually divorce your husband because of that, because he misled you. The marriage can be annulled, basically. I don't know. So Tonya is a lawyer. Please come and tell us here whether it's true. But I feel like the marriage can be annulled if the guy lied to you basically about, all these things. You now get into marriage and find that it's not what he said is not what it is. Okay. But if you're talking about size, talking about whether the person is good at it. First of all, when it comes to size, the only reason why you're not satisfied is because you know all the different sizes. Okay. You know all the different sizes. You have tested all the different sizes. And the funny part is, with all this testing thing, okay, you want to test, you want to be sure that it's something that this or some of you will now go and test very good ones, but the guy does not want you. He will leave you and marry someone else. Then the person you now eventually have to settle for, that actually wants you, might not be as good as that one that you tested before. So now you've now created issues for yourself, because you now have something to compare it with. Okay, see how I'm getting very ginger with this topic. You now have something to compare it with. So I don't know. Let me know what you people's opinion about it is, because let me know your reasons why you say, as in, if you are pro sex before marriage, let me know your reasons. Let me know whether there's any reason that you give me now that I will say, okay, it's true, go and test it. There's really no reason. You're setting yourself up for failure. If you're talking about, okay, some people say they want to be sure the man knows how to do it very well. Let me tell you something. Once you have a willing partner, all you need is a willing partner. Once you have a partner that wants to do it with you, he will learn on the job. That's why I don't understand women that you're not satisfied, things are not going the way you want, and you're just there. It's like a log of wood. You don't want to talk. You are faking it. I don't understand that concept of faking. I'll never understand it. You are faking it. You don't want to talk. You are just, you're even telling him, oh, you did well when he's not doing well. Then you now go and cry in the closet, or go and finish off by yourself. To me, it doesn't make sense. And you are married. So is it shame? Is it, oh, this fan, allow me now. And you're married. So what is it? What is stopping you? If this person is your soulmate, is your partner, is your husband, is love of your life, is your forever person, you are giving birth to his kids. He has seen you naked. He has even seen your inside. Some of you, your husband was there when they cut you open and brought your child out. So he has seen your outside. He has seen your inside. Someone you have been that intimate with, okay? Why can't you say, oh, girl, be nice? Maybe some of us are very rude about it, but be nice and say, sweetheart, not there, not there. It's not working for me. Okay, do like this. Why can't you say it? So once you have a willing partner, you have the rest of your life to learn. And again, many things affect your sex life. If the man is tired, if the man is stressed out, if the man is eating unhealthy, he's having sugar issues and all of that, it can affect yourself. So that man that you felt was your all in all before, it can turn out that the guy will no longer be performing well. Okay, so what do you do at that point? If that is the reason why you married him, if he was doing so well, the reason why you married him, so many things can affect yourself. That he can even start off well, then have a decline, and then have an up climb. Climb. Now gets better basically. He can have it. So again, anytime I say, when people are saying, you want to test, there's no point. Trust me, take it from somebody that, been there, done that. There's no point. There's nothing that you say now. There's no point. For me, self, another thing that it even does for you, especially if you are from a Christian background, if you are born again, it even stops you from it prevents you from actually hearing God well when it comes to choosing a partner. You can marry the wrong person because you have used this thing to blind your spirits, to blind yourself. You have used I don't want to become vulgar, but you've used it to blind yourself. Basically, you won't hear from God. You will not see red flags. You won't see them because in fact, even when you see red flags, by the time you remember the good time you had the last night before, you forget about it. So For me, if you can abstain, and um the best scenario is if you were abstaining and he was also abstaining. If you are a virgin and he's a virgin, that's the most perfect scenario, because he can't compare, you can't compare. Okay, if he was a virgin, you're a virgin. But if you're not, if you are both not virgins and you are now celibate, or if one person is a virgin and one person is celibate, then it's okay as well. Okay, so, and this thing about, oh, some men say, some people say that men don't like virgins because men want somebody who is experienced. You are listening to small boys. You are listening to small boys who are infatuated with porn, okay? Because grown men, grown, decent gentlemen don't care about your experience. In fact, they don't want to know about it. In fact, the more inexperienced you are, the better for them, so that they can be the ones to teach you or to explore with you. Okay, so when people are saying, men don't like women who are not virgins because they want to, yeah, listen to small boys who are, and if you marry such a man, he will still not like you because your energy will not still match his energy. That thing he's seen on the porn website, you cannot provide this for him. He will still want more. So look for good men, I beg. Jennifer said, "My sister, there's a past glory is better than no glory." Yes, but again, like I said, if you enter and there is no glory at all, like there is no glory whatsoever, then you know that there's a basis for divorce, because, or leaving the marriage or whatever, because, or I mean annulment or whatever, because the guy deceived you, right? But if you enter and realize that this guy is a learner or doesn't know what he's doing, then you teach him. That's why he's your husband. Like I said, if you have a willing partner, you teach him. Funny enough, this thing that we even say itself, even if people have been having sex for like 10 years before you get married, when you get married, there's still 50 years ahead of people. 60 years ahead of both of you. In fact, 60 years is even too long, sef. Let's just say like 30 years, because by that time, both of you for don't tire. But let's just say you still have like 30 years, 40 years ahead of you for you to even learn more, for you to, even you as a person, a lot of things to change about you, a lot of things to change about you, both physically, mentally, emotionally, and you now need to reconnect with your partner on those levels again. You have to reconnect with him again on those levels. Your body will change, his body will change, but your body is most likely going to change. You know, emotionally, your needs are going to change. Physically, your needs are going to change. You still need to reconnect. You still need to teach him. You still need to tell him what you want. You still need to tell him what he wants. So there's no basis. There's no basis. What if you've had sex before? Again, like I said, what if you've had sex before, you can always stop having the sex. You can always stop it. Except it's the person you now eventually marry, and no wahala. But you can always stop it and then be celebrate with whoever you're dating to marry. There's really no point. Um, Jennifer, can you figure out the size without sex? Yes, you can. Yes, you can figure out the size without sex. Okay? Yes, you can. Call me or send me a DM for private tutorial. But yes, you can figure out the size without. You might not know it like inch by inch, centimeter by centimeter, no. But you can tell when you spend time with somebody. I don't even mean touching, no, it's not by touching. When you spend time with somebody and person is walking, person is sitting, the person is lying down on the bed, gisting with you, person is entering car, like there are so many opportunities for you to just look and see, just gauge what is there. So it's what it is. If you are really important, if you're really concerned about size, but again, like I keep saying, size does not matter. Okay, there's the accept the how do I put it now? The size that becomes very, very disturbing, they are rare. Okay, it's that they are rare. The ones that have the size that is very disturbing, like either on the too small size side or the too big side, those people are rare. Majority of people have normal size that every woman can manage and make it get better and be happy. Okay. Now, if you end up with the one that does not have the normal size, it's now too small, then you can pray to God to increase it. You can pray to God to increase it, or there are even ways around it. See, there are ways around all these things. It's just that many of us are not educated with these things. And by educated, I don't mean like physical education, like doing it. I mean like reading up on it. There are positions that they advise women to stay if their partners size is not ideal. Either it's too big or it's too small. There are positions that you stay in that you won't even notice. Okay. Um, so Toyin say prick has blocked your brain. Oh, yes, it has blocked your brain. It has blocked your brain. They're talking to you, you're seeing things, you're remembering what you did. Meanwhile, red flag is on your face. um Lawrence Ward says they like virgins. So yeah, they do actually. That's just the truth. They do. They like the more inexperienced you are, the better for many of them. That's just the truth. The ones that always tell you, oh, they want a woman who has experience, they don't like the it's because they've been watching porn, they are consumed the porn. They just need you to satisfy them. They don't really care about satisfaction. They need you, they want to use you basically. So they need to come with that experience. So don't waste their time. Come with the experience, give them what they want, and get out. So that's why they need experienced women. The average good guy, the average, responsible guy that cares about your satisfaction, he's ready to teach you, ready to learn, ready to explore with you, ready to, discover what makes you happy. And, he'll make you happy. So people should leave small children alone, I beg. On the other hand, some people are just curious, so just curious people. So having sex with the other partners and then finally settling with your partner and knowing that you're not missing anything out there helps. It's a lie. It's a lie, my dear sister. It's a lie. You're not missing anything out there, don't worry. In fact, it's the ones that I've tested that feel like they're missing something, yeah, missing out on something out there. Because the truth is that no one person is perfect at it, right? No one person is perfect at it. Again, except you people have spent time. That's why I keep saying that marriage is enough time to spend and then learn each other's bodies very well. Okay, so when you are out there and you're jumping from guy to guy or you're doing with different people, you have not learnt each other's bodies very well. Some of you are just getting very quick satisfaction and you're happy with it because you think that is all there is to sex. Okay, the guy is getting very quick satisfaction and he thinks that's all there is to sex. No, there's more. Sex in marriage is very, very beautiful. It's very sweet, very interesting, very lovely. Like, you people have learnt your rhythm, you've learnt your bodies. A lot of women are usually on the giving, yes, on the giving end when it comes to experimenting before marriage, because most guys that are doing it with before marriage don't really care. Even the ones that think they care, last I know their wife, it's not their business. Okay, they are there to actually just satisfy themselves. They're there for just quick and go, right? I need to stop drinking this Sprite I'm drinking. It's giving me gas. But when you are with your partner that is willing to, again, willing is what I keep saying, when he's willing and you guys have spent time together, you know each other's bodies very well, you know what works for you guys, you know what doesn't work for you anymore, it's better. When you're doing with different guys, maybe you like the way this one does foreplay, you like the way this one does the act itself, you like the way this one does post play, or I don't know what to call that one, after sex, you like the way this one sounds, you like the way this one looks, you like the way this one smells. My dear sister, you are confusing yourself. You're confusing yourself. You will not get somebody that is okay, but you will still feel like it could have been better because you are comparing the attributes of five different people and you're now creating this ideal in your head that should be in that one person. So anyway, some of these things I'm saying, it's not even that it happened to me. Oh, I watch a lot of podcasts. I don't know if you guys can tell. I watch a lot of podcasts where they interview women about these things. And when I hear their experiences, I'm like, true, there's no need. There's no need. Some of you just do 3 and 4. You think you have done. There's no need. Like, it's better for you to have sex with one person 200 times than have sex with 200 people once. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Anita, you can still say no until marriage. Now, when we wake up, be our money. Exactly. Now, when you wake up to be our money, when you collect them, is your thing. Like, you can't compare with anything else. So it's good, especially if your eyes is not outside. Though. If I shower under your eye, you'll be okay because it's what you know. Let's say you were not born again and your body has been explored. You stop exploring it now. Be a new person, and the sex life is not the important thing in marriage. You get out of it, my dear sister. When we are saying this thing now, it might sound like I can't get tired of it. You will get tired of it. Trust me. You will get. In fact, you now you going to run. If you go on on Instagram, I see a lot of posts of people commenting or making videos about how their husbands are the ones that always want it, always ready. Ordinary that you wear wrapper and pass, the man will feel like, you are ready for me, and you're like, no, I want to go have my bath, guy. Like, I'm not ready for you, please. That's just it. That's really how it is in most, not all marriages anyway, but in most marriages, that's how it is. Like, men are always ever ready. Why do women, we have so many things we're thinking about, our bodies have changed, hormonal issues, this and that. When we're ready, but when we're not ready, he's still ready. So you go get tired, you'll be tired, don't worry. Thank you. Oh, you see, we have experts in the comment section. Mabo Duke said you can go swimming and figure out the size. Yes, there are ways around this thing, my dear sister. Open your eyes, shine your eyes. Thank you. Good. Lawrence Ward, good. She said, but some get more big when they want to do, while some get smaller. How can she tell? Yes, there are people that are showers and not growers. I don't know what they call it. They are growers and not showers or whatever. There are people like that. But generally, we are saying that generally there's an acceptable size that most people have, okay? And it is acceptable to most women as well. The only reason why it's not be acceptable to some women is because they have tasted what they're supposed to taste. Basically, they've gone to where they're not supposed to go. So now the normal size that everybody has been enjoying for the rest of, for a long time, the normal size is no longer okay for you again because you have tasted too much. That's what I'm saying. What about low sperm count aside the side? This low sperm count again, except you are saying that you want to get married before you, I mean, you want to get pregnant before you get married. If that is your wish, then that's when you're going to worry about low sperm count. And again, what I said earlier, even if you are not doing it, you can go to the hospital and get his sperm count checked. Also get yourself checked. In fact, to me, I feel like fertility test should be one of those tests that should be done before you get married, not even after, before you get married. So that you both agree that, okay, oh, we're going into this thing, excuse me, we're going into this thing knowing that you can or you cannot. Okay, so low sperm count is not something that, it's not by having sex. Some people are shooting blanks, so it's not by having sex with the person that you know whether it is low or not. Because some people, it's blanks that they're shooting, nothing there there. Thank you. It's like I've missed so many comments. Asasi J is saying it's after you get married that you realize that size is the least of your worries in marriage. But that's so true. And then equal size. When I'm talking about size, it's like who cares about that one right now? Do you know what we're facing here? Thank you. Really, size doesn't matter. Exactly, it doesn't matter. Again, like I said, there is acceptable range of sizes that if a guy comes to you are fine. It's all about, does the person know how to use the equipment well? Is the person willing to learn? Is the person willing to, is the person interested in your satisfaction? That's it. That's all you need to know. Some people have the right size, but they don't care about satisfaction. All they want to do is just do and go. They don't care about whether you're satisfied or not. So at that point, you're now asking yourself, what am I using your size to do? It's for him basically, not for you. It's for him basically. Anita, that is fine. I don't know what Anita said, but Grace is saying that is fine. Most people who say no to premarital sex in virgins, yes, they just realize their mistakes. Exactly, like I said, I'm not a saint. I'm not. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. Basically, what I'm trying to say. Like I know I've been there, I've done that, so I know what I'm talking about. Like you just realize it that it's not worth it. Funny enough, in some cases, it's not even that you now realize that you made a mistake. I don't know how to explain it. In some cases, it's just that there was no marginal benefit to you. Let me put it that way. I think that's what my case is like. It's not like, oh, I'm missing somebody or I think I had it better. No, it's just that there was no benefit to it whatsoever. It was no benefit. Other than there are people in the world now that know what you look like. Finish. There was no other benefit to it. That's why I always say I don't have an ex. Like to me, if you're my ex, you're dead to me. I don't have an ex, please. Like, why should somebody in the world be walking up and down thinking that he knows me? No, 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 no. You don't know. It's not me, you know. Nobody knows me. So Yeah, for me, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's no benefit to it. It's not that, oh, it's detrimental to my marriage now or it affected me or anything. No, but if I look back now, if you ask me what is one thing you gain, nothing. I didn't gain shit. Like, there was no gain. Do you think it's okay to live with your fiance before marriage? There's an interesting survey or statistics. Is it survey? Statistics. There's an interesting one that says that couples who live together before marriage were more likely to go through a divorce than couples who did not live together before marriage. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can just Google it. Yeah. So do with that information what you will. Oh wait. Do with that information what you will. Okay, a lot of people who live together before marriage, they have a higher chance of having marital issues and actually ending up in divorce, which is funny. Is again that thing about, oh, testing, 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 let's test. One thing I feel like, okay, if I were to think at the top of my head why that is so, I would say that first of all, most people who cohabited before marriage might have cohabited with other people too because they thought it would end the marriage. So that one sef dey. Then most people who cohabited before marriage and did not get married, maybe cohabited for, let's say, 3 4 5 years, they ended up getting married because they were already codependent. It wasn't because they were right for each other. It was just it's like the logical next step. It was like some of them is even begrudgingly that they ended up marrying that person. So there's so many reasons why it's not good to cohabit before marriage. If you want me, yeah, you know what to do, oga. If you want me, you want me to be your wife, you know what to do, and just do it, and I'll be your wife full time. Okay, don't come and be getting wife benefits without paying the price. Okay, don't, like, no, no. Who does it even benefit in the end when they are cohabiting? It's the man most times. Okay, it's the man. So yeah. Okay, Jennifer says, no, I don't think it's okay to live with your fiance before you get married. If you've done court, registry marriage, or traditional marriage, I think it's fine. Yes, if you've done court marriage, or in fact, most importantly, if you've done traditional marriage, then it's fine. But try and do court too. Then it's fine. I mean, you're already officially married at that point. But if you're not married, he just asked you, or you have intention of getting married, and he's telling you to come and live with him, you think there's no need. Don't do it. Okay, don't do it. What about you dating a guy? He ticks all the box, but or he ticks all the boxes, but you don't like his stature. Does that mean you are too picky? Um, mm, as somebody who is vain, as somebody who couldn't have married someone I did not find physically attractive, I don't know how to answer this your question though, because me, looks was very important to me. Height was very important to me. I always say there is no way I could have married a short person. I would have been single till now if I did not find someone that was taller than me, right? So, um, because again, I'm quite tall, so anybody I'm taller than is actually short, right? So there was no way I could have married a short person. There's no way I could have married somebody that was extremely fat. I don't know what my boxes were, but I just knew that there's no way I would have married someone that I did not find physically attractive. Okay, so I don't know what to advise you, but for me, it's very important. But if for you it's not that important, then I don't know. I don't know. Man, I feel like physical attraction is very important. Let's not even downplay it. Physical attraction is very, 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 very important because if you marry someone that you don't find attractive, like, again, there are two types of attractive. Oh. There's some people that when you see them, you like their look. You're attracted to them. Like, you can manage, not manage, but you're attracted to them. Then there are the ones that, hey, once they pass like this, you want to follow them like a puppy. Like, there's some guys that want to see like this, hey, your whole system just changes, your eyes, your brain leaves your head, that kind of thing. There are guys like that. In such cases, I don't even advise that either, because such guys most times are usually very attractive men, and are usually not there for the right reasons in a lot of cases. I'm not saying all, but once you find a guy who you find attractive normally, and he ticks all your boxes, then go ahead. You don't need to have a listen they call that one himself, Chris Evans or Chris this one. Jennifer, okay, so then you're saying it just means you may not be attracted to that person. It's true. And for me, attraction is very important. Like, yeah, I don't know how they've done without it. Oh, is he slim? If it's that the person is just slim, my dear sister, Biko, jump on it. Oh. You said he ticks all, because Jennifer is saying he ticks all the boxes. Why can't he just okay, yes, if I say now he ticks all the boxes, why can't he just add weight? My sister, you no get problem. You have said these things now. Why don't you start with this? If it's about weight, my sister, jump on it. Please marry the guy, I beg. If he wants to marry you, you can marry the guy. You see this weight thing, it will come. My husband now is not like the husband I married when I married. In fact, when I married my husband, he was very, very skinny. In fact, when we were dating, he was very, very skinny. Me, I was even chubby then, oh, and I wasn't as chubby as I am now, but I was not that skinny then, and he was very, very skinny. But now he has added flesh, has added muscle. He now works out and all of that. So he's now like my ideal guy now. Not like he wasn't that well then he was okay. I liked him, right? But now I now like him, right? So if it's just wait, my dear sister, cook for him. By the time he lives with you, a lot of men always want to get married. In fact, they now start trying to look for shape after they get married because they now blow up. So when you get married to him and you cook for him, that's when you even see his beauty self. I know what you mean by you don't like his stature because he's skinny. I went through that as well. When guys are skinny, to me, oh, I wasn't looking for six pack, oh, but I wanted someone that had body. My husband was very, very skinny. But right after we got married, even before we got married, like towards the wedding time and after we got married, and I started giving him food and all of that, we started eating together. My husband added flesh and started looking fresh, my dear. Before my husband before we even got married, my mama was not keeping facial hair. I had to make him start keeping facial hair. And the beauty now came out. So use eye of the spirit, use wisdom eye to be looking at him. Look at his potential in terms of looks as well. Look at his potential. Like if this guy can just add weight, can just grow some facial hair, can just get a little bit more polished, maybe either shave off if he has like balding spots, either he shaves everything off or he tries to grow his hair, you know, just use your eye and do that calculation. Once you do it and you see that it will work for you, then please go ahead though. Yeah. I even thought you meant like something that he cannot change. Maybe he's too short or he's too, I don't know, ugly or something. Yeah, no one has all the qualities. Exactly. Host Chop Knuckle, you are saying it in black and white. Yes, I always say it in black and white because these are the advice I'm going to give my children. I have daughters, three for that matter. All my children are daughters. So I don't even get choice. It's better for me to just say the truth. I won't come here and say one thing and then advise my children something else. And then in the future, they will not see a video when the mother was saying, it's okay to have sex before marriage. And I'm not telling them it's not okay to have sex. No, the truth is that it's not okay. Like, you can do it because you want to, you don't care, but that you're not sure about it and you're trying to know what's the best thing for you and take it from me. There's no point. Especially if you're already a virgin, just keep yourself, my dear. Jennifer, you need to know that one cannot have all the qualities at once, except you are not attracted to him. If he ticks all the boxes, why not go for him? Yeah. Yeah, the thing is saying he'll add the weight later, trust me. Yeah, you add the weight. People keep thinking we are brothers and sisters. We don't even match. Is it people thinking or you are giving the vibe that he's like your brother? Some of you are brother zoning your husbands. Is it good? It's not good though. Another thing says some people don't know is that brother, like I see him as a brother, I see him as a friend. That's actually a good thing for some people. You don't know. It's actually a good thing that he's someone that you know you can see as your family member. I don't know how to explain it. It's icky in a way because I mean, if you see him as your brother, like why are we trying to get married and start doing adult things? I understand that part. But if it's that you just get this vibe that he's just brotherly or he's like a good friend, my dear, snatch him up. Oh. Okay, Nini is saying, Jennifer, if it's just weight, that can be changed. If you are overall not attracted to him, then don't move forward with him. Yeah. But don't you think attraction can be developed? It can be developed though, over time. It can be developed, but yeah, I'm trying to look back at some people that I brother zoned and friend zoned. Could this have developed between us? I doubt. I doubt though. I doubt. There's even this guy that when he wanted to date me then, but me, I was just seeing him as brother in Christ. Like I just saw him as brother in Christ. And we're still friends today. I still see him on Instagram, he still posts his family and all of that. And this time I see him, I'm like, oh thank God. Thank God I did not go there because yeah, he still looks like a brother in Christ. Like he still yeah, nah. It couldn't have worked. So okay, she says, I'm attracted to him. I'm just used to dating men with flesh. You see him? You see him? That's the thing. Comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. That your guy now, you don't know how many women are waiting for you to not pick him so that he will just go. They will collect him. He will add flesh, forget. Tolu is saying, I actually feel it can if you are open minded. Yeah, attraction can grow, but if you are attracted to like if some boxes are checked first, right? Physically, oh, again, because me, I don't know how I would have been attracted to someone that I'm taller than. Like I don't know how. I don't know if the guy was that fantastic, maybe it would have grown. But me, I don't know. Okay, Grace is saying my husband. Okay, height was important to me. My husband is 6 feet 4 inches. Yeah, nice. Court marriage is okay. Court marriage is the best to me. Flesh can definitely be added. Live with my husband after court marriage, without traditional marriage. Because to me, back then we were married. Yeah. Court marriage, you know this thing that Nigerians do the all three. Is because when I get money. Oh. When I get money, that's why people do all three. Like to me, one is okay. But some of us do all three. Just let us be sure. Let them not say tomorrow that we're not married. Let us be sure that we are married very well. Someone says there's no way I could have married a skinny person. If it's just that he's slim, feed him. Yes, now he can go to the gym too. Yes, people don't know that going to the gym actually helps with overall look. Yeah, going to the gym actually helps. Not that he's going to the gym to lose weight, though. To actually gain muscle and gain flesh, men can actually, human beings in general can actually develop it in the gym. If they will eat well, eat enough protein and work out, they will start adding, you know, flesh and adding muscle and a broad shoulder and all of those things. It works. By the time you start giving him pound yam, he'll add weight, yeah. He eats more than me. The weight just doesn't stay. I'm telling you that once you get married to that guy and he relaxes, he has his family, he's just doing his job, making money, eating well, he will add weight. But I'll keep on feeding him. He definitely ticks all the boxes. Fingers crossed, the weight will come. Yeah, the weight will come. Louise and Louisa says it's like what's the time? Yeah, 2 hours. You guys are also end though. Louise and Louisa says it's like a sign, right? Um, he can go to the gym, Jennifer. What if you have a child together out of wedlock and he wants to marry you but has converted to a different religion? Hmm. This one is serious. So, what if you have a child together and he wants to marry you but has converted to a different religion? Personally, I couldn't have married someone from a different religion. I couldn't have. So that's for me. Oh. There's no way I could have married someone. I don't care what we have together. There's no way I could have married because I'll be miserable. My spirit and your spirit will not be working. Like, nah, there's no way I could have done it. I'd rather be single. I'd rather be a single mother than marry someone that I know me and him don't align religion wise or spiritually. Mm. What's your thought process when creating thumbnails and titles for your videos? Because I don't want to answer thumbnail. I don't want to answer YouTube topic because YouTube is dealing with me, please. I don't think I want to go into YouTube. But my thought process is basically what will get people click. I don't know. I don't know. Because me, I don't even do so well with thumbnails and titles. That's just the truth. I don't do so well with it. Like sometimes I know a title that will get me the views, but I'm like, but is it true? I start overthinking it and just go with something that sounds practical. I don't know if I'm sure it affects my videos, but I sleep well at night knowing that I went with a practical topic than to just use one outrageous clickbait and it's not what is inside the video. Um okay. For me, attraction can't grow. No, it can grow. Attraction can actually grow, but there's always a foundation first before it will start growing, right? I always say that I cannot fall in love with what I don't like. Okay? So I cannot fall in love with what I don't like. So if somebody is a thief, I cannot fall in love with you. That's just the truth. However, you have to be careful too because what did they say? Evil communication, not even evil communication, but if you spend so much time with somebody, you start letting your guards down. You might not even become like so attracted to the person, but you start tolerating the person. And once you start tolerating the person and you start spending more time with the person, one day you just see yourself in the person's house as the person's wife. And you don't know what happened. You won't know how you got there. You just see yourself in the person's house as the person's wife. Okay, so that's why it's better from the beginning, even at that stage where there is no attraction, just run. Yeah, go to the one that you know that you're attracted to genuinely. Like it doesn't have to be, again, like I said, it doesn't have to be like super attraction. You're just normally attracted to the person. Yeah, go to that one. By the time you spend too much time with that one, that attraction will now grow from there. But attraction out of nothing, what I really I'm not sure of. Doesn't mean that you can't end up with the person. You can actually end up with the person because by the time you start liking that person so much, you will start rationalizing so many things in your head. Then after you now marry the person, bam, your eyes will now clear. By the time you start seeing the real person, your eyes will clear. I've been there, done that. If I'm not attracted to you, it's not going anywhere. Yeah. MC says yes, true for me as well. Been there too, and all I did was give him a chance, and voila, best guy I've ever been with. Oh, nice. Thanks, guys, for the advice. Even my sister said the same thing as you guys. Yeah, just as long as it's just weight. Weight is very simple now. Something you can change. For me, the one that is even worse is if the guy is way overweight. That's when it's even worse because it's difficult to lose weight. Like it's difficult to lose weight. Yeah, the guy is a very sweet guy and such a good person. So the attraction developed easily. Okay. Jennifer says the voice of the people is the voice of God. Okay, not Jennifer. Grace is saying, okay, hi everyone. Yummy Kitchen Direct. Okay, having a child together doesn't mean you must marry him. Yeah, it doesn't mean you must marry him because like you are going to regret it even more when you marry him and you're now in two different religions. He now most likely wants your child to be, going to his own. Let's say you're a Muslim now and he's a Christian. He will most likely want his child to be going to church with him, and you don't want it. So, except you are ready to compromise on that one too for him, then fine. But if it's something you can compromise, and don't do it. There's no point. Yeah, I tried. The guy was very sweet. I dated him for 2 years, but every time I looked at him, I just didn't feel good. Sometimes I'll be disgusted. You tried though. You tried 2 years. You tried. Oh, we have a super chat from Jennifer. Hi, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. MC says, Nini, it's like okay, Nini, it's like you and I are the same person. I experienced the same. You tried to even be there for 2 years. I don't I don't get that kind of patience for 2 years. Okay. Nah, come and be going. No. You will find your match in front. Marrying from different religions is deeper than we think. Oh. It affects how you train your future kids. Exactly what I was saying. How you communicate, so many other things. Yes. I always when people say things like I know this family where the husband is a Muslim, the wife is a Christian, or the wife is a Christian, and the husband is a Muslim, and they are married for 20 years and they are cohabiting very well. They live well. They're not having issues. I'm like, how do you know? Were you there? Were you there? You don't know. Okay, that's one. And then two, sometimes you might see a Muslim who is not really a very devoted Muslim like that, and a Christian who's not a very spiritual or devoted Christian like that. Then such people can work. They're not so grounded in each of their religions. They're just going with emotion. So it can work. But if you're really grounded and rooted, in Christianity or in Islam, it's going to be difficult for you to cohabit with someone who is doing the opposite. Not even opposite, but doing differently. Like you're talking A, person talking B, you're going there, person is going here. It won't work. So yeah. Okay. Um, but now I'm with a guy that is amazing and sweet. I also find very attractive. Yeah, that's one thing. It's good to you to it's good for you to actually move on quickly if you've tried it for a while and you said no, okay, just move on. There, see, plenty fish in the sea, in the river. While you are single, is the time for you to explore as much as possible. When I see women who are doing devoted wife without being wives, I'm just like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I'm not saying you should go and be cheating on any guy, but don't commit to a guy fully if he has not committed to you. Okay? So while you are dating, date as much as possible. Move on quickly if you are seeing red flags that are not changing. You are seeing a red flag that is looking very red. Not pink. It's not. Is it red? It's very very red. Just change quickly, okay? On to the next. It's better for you to do on to the next while you are single than for you to be married and not be looking for a way out. It's very difficult. All right, I think I'm going to end now. I'm actually very tired. I didn't even know I'll talk this long. I was thinking I'll just do 1 hour and just go. Okay. I feel like I have dimple here. I thought it was on this side of my face. Okay, the way this thing is looking. Um, Thanks for addressing these topics. I think that I wish we were friends in real life. You have great conversations. Oh, thank you. Because people have been married for long doesn't mean that the marriage is working. Exactly. Some people have checked out of their marriages. They're just there going with emotions. Just call what's the word now, Sef? Na inuludi. Call na inuludi. Let it be that we married husband. That's what many people are doing. That's just the truth. But you will not know. They won't tell you because they don't want you to know. So it's not by length of marriage. My friend said to ask, what if you are dating a guy that doesn't like you exposing yourself, but you like wearing clothes that shows your assets? Then move on to the next guy. If you're not ready to change for him, and maybe see, how do I put it now? Some women that are even very like, I can't, nobody can change me. I'm unapologetic. I do what I want. I don't listen to anybody. Women are like that. When they meet the right guy, they will so change. They will so compromise. They will so do what he wants. You'll be shocked. So again, it depends on the guy. So if he's telling you he doesn't like it and you absolutely don't care about his opinion, like to you is like, what rubbish are you talking about? Then maybe you shouldn't be marrying that guy. That's just the truth. Maybe it's actually not for you. Maybe you actually don't like him as much as you think you do, or you're trying to convince yourself that you do. Because if you truly, truly like somebody, you're truly, truly in love with somebody, when the person tells you they don't like some things, you will actually consider their opinion. I'm not saying that you must change, but you will consider their opinion. You will just see yourself without even thinking. Sometimes you will just see yourself changing some things about you. But if it's that the guy is telling you he doesn't like this thing and you're like, who are you? They just know that maybe the guy is not for you. And it's okay, especially before you get married, it's okay to recognize that me and you have different values and I really don't care about your opinion. So let's move on. Um MC saying, please come live more often. I always say I'll come live more often. I always say it. Whenever I do a live, I always end with, I need to do this more often. After that, bam, I don't forget. I don't forget. Um, Lolita's view says there are people that have become flatmates claiming marriage. Yeah, they're housemates, flatmates, in fact, roommates. Mopodik is saying, wait, what sort of clothes are we talking about? My dear sister, I reached to ask. Oh. You need to ask. But whatever it is, even no matter what it is, no matter how skanky the clothes are or whatever, if it's what she really likes and the guy is saying that she does not want to change for him, then let her not change for him. It's better for her not to change for him than for her to compromise and pretend for him. Then when she now gets mad, because it's the rest of your life. Oh, remember, it is the rest of your life. That's why when I was dating, I was myself 100%. Anyway, I'm always myself, sha, whether dating or not dating, with a personal relationship or not with a personal relationship. I'm always myself 100%. Take me as you see me, okay? I'm growing, I'm trying to change, I'm getting better, but you know me, right? So if I know that you cannot accept me like that, or you cannot accept the kind of person that I am in general, because again, remember, the way we dress, the way we talk, the places we go to, the things we do is actually symbolic or symptomatic if I start speaking wrong English. But actually, it actually shows who we are. Those are the things that make up who we are. Those are the things that are inform our mindset informs such things, right? So if you're someone who likes to show your body, you don't believe in covering up, you don't believe in hiding your assets, like you said, then it shows that you are a very liberal person when it comes to certain values, right? You're very liberal, you're very happy-go-lucky, live and let live, mind your own business kind of person. It shows that that's the kind of person that you are. And if you're that kind of person and the guy is a very extremely conservative, person, it will not work. It's not even just about, there are so many things that people are going to clash on, not just even the clothes you are wearing. You will see that he also does not even want you to go to some places. He also does not want you to have some kind of friends. Maybe there's some kind of friends that you will have that maybe dress the way you dress and he will not like it. So are you going to cut off your friends, cut off your relationships, your social life too, just because of the guy? Are you going to be happy doing it? So consider those things before you decide what is a red flag for you, what is not. Yeah, so you're saying it's not a red flag, but it might mean that they are not compatible. Exactly, that's what it just means. In marriage, one can only change characters for better, not necessarily change who they are entirely. Yeah, like yeah, you can't like me personally now. I try to be more friendly and outgoing, but you will never. I'm never going to be that kind of person that is always initiating outings, initiating girls' nights, initiating parties, throwing parties. I'm never going to be that kind of person, no matter how I want to, come out of my shell. I can never come out of my shell to the extent that I'm now a social butterfly. Like it's not going to happen. So that's just it. The silly girl is here laughing and says she can never change. Exactly. So there's really no point. There's always a man for you. You will see a guy that will be telling you that your skirt is too long. That your skirt that is on your thigh, the guy will tell you no, he wants the one that your butt cheeks will be showing. You will see a guy like that. So go to such a guy and find peace. Yeah. But the funny thing about men sometimes that used to make me laugh is you will see a guy, you you see girls that are wearing Mary Amaka, they are wearing flowy skirts with long turtleneck and scarf. You see such girls, they're not fine to you. You don't want them. You waka pass. Then when you now see a hot chick, a hot babe that is, living her best life, that's the one you want. You now want to turn her to that sister Amaka that you do not want. You no work. You no go work. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for coming on the live today. Thank you for the super chat as well. I really, really appreciate it. You guys have been so much fun. I was actually feeling very down. I don't know if you guys noticed from the beginning of this video. I was feeling very down before. I just said, let me just go live. Let me just use that one to lift my spirit. And then right now, I'm very happy. I'll go to bed shining teeth. Okay. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next live. Okay. If I remember. I'll see you guys in my next live and my next video. All right. Bye. It was fun. Yeah. Bye guys. Let me end it now. Boom.